goes to the bucket. He usually pulls up for threes, but that was a nice, easy lay-in right there.
Golden State at the controls. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Oh, whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Substitutions, Chicago. Subbing in for the Golden State Warriors, number 34, Shaun Livingston.
To Wendell Carter. It's blocked by Boogie.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
They need something to go down. It's no good. To Cousins. The monster stuff.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Make that, baby. Make that.
Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't go down.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air, crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
DeMarcus Cousins. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
When you got a big man like Boogie coming off a devastating Achilles injury, you wonder a lot about his mobility, but he looked really agile in that last play.
To Wendell Carter. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
That one's going to be out of bounds.
No basket.
I got ball. My ball.
To Markkanen. Rivers sizing up Cousins. To Markkanen.
Coming for the switch. Switch.
Drives, but a shot won't go down.
Who gonna do it?
He gets it.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
To Markkanen. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Rivers, defended by Thompson. To Wendell Carter. Fires the three. Defense was ready. Tough shot for Austin Rivers. Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt.
It's Chicago ball. To Wendell Carter. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lauri Markkanen. Livingston. And he knocks it down, Jay.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
4-3. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
They got him in the first round to do exactly that. Make tough shots and help them win games.
Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. To Rivers. Carter to Markkanen. Markkanen slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Wendell Carter. Fires the 3. Not that time. He missed it. Livingston. Short jumper off the mark. To Markkanen. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
Get your man.
Green.
Got him. Good trap.
Trying to cash in. Shot won't go. To Rivers. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Livingston. For 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
From long range. Smothering D. And that's rebounded by Golden State. To Thompson. Oh, Carter with the rejection. That's out of bounds off a Bull. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions, Chicago. Into the game for the Golden
Rivers matched up with the 2-time MVP. To Parker. Lets it fly from long range. Can't connect. It's no good. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's how you defend. Rivers to bring it into the front court. Down a bundle. To Parker. Beyond the arc for 3. And the Warriors have the rebound. And count the basket.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Chicago possession. To Rivers. Nice pass to set things up.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Rivers into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Shot clock winding down to Parker. Jabari Parker rocking the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended. To Rivers. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Here's a chance from long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
Well, there you have it. The defense just took notice of this young player on that previous shot. Guarantee you they won't leave him open next time.
Rivers in a matchup with Boogie. To Wendell Carter. 2 points to the board.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Off the mark.
Come on, show me something better than that, baby. It's game time. Drive.
To Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins. He's now 4 for 6.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Rivers. Tough matchup with Draymond Green.
Watch Cutter. Watch Cutter.
Screen coming. Austin Rivers. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Rivers with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Wendell Carter. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Bobby Portis. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 73%. And hits the first free throw.
Oh, you been in the gym, huh?
Two for 2 on that trip. Curry with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Fires the 3. Textbook defense. To Rivers. Cruises inside for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Doesn't get the bounce.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Rivers. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Rivers. Green always looking for the steal. Chicago with 4 to shoot.
That's the back door, back door, back door.
4-3. Not going down here.
Double, double, double. Got him. Trap. Got him.
Fires the 3. He was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Drop. Deep 2 there, won't go. DeMarcus Cousins. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Here comes the screen. Rivers sizing up Cousins. And the rebound grabbed by the Warriors.
What's that cutter? What's that cutter? What's the cutter? What's the cutter?
Has a look. It's rebounded by the Bulls. Desperation shot here from half court. It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up for Jay Williams.
The Warriors got the win with a comfortable scoring margin. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
Maxo, bust down, Maxo, bust down, seal up, break it down, wait up, bust it down, open up, seal up. Stand up, this a buzz down, got it in the whole name, a buzz. We don't even here, we just buzz down. Got my on the roof, don't make them buzz down. It's a buzz down, run through the grass like a touchdown. Play with it, no buzz down. Try to take my chain, I'ma buzz down, seal up, buzz down, break it down, buzz down, wait up, 30 down, 50, 100, I'm down, stay 10 toes, I'm down, 10 toes, Jenny Craig with them, diamond dance like Chris Brown, look at my water, don't drown, neck whip like baptized, church, MJ with the 4-5, fade away, no buns, hey, what? Never like a mummy, fake to a dummy, got a lot of young dummies, go roll rap with the tummy, by the apartment, I moved in abundance, buzz on the I split the like circumference. Nana, this a buzz down. Got it in the old name, the buzz. We don't here, we just buzz down. Got my on the roof, don't make them buzz down. It's a buzz down, run through the grass like a touchdown. Play with it, no buzz down. Try to take my chain, I'ma buzz down, seal up, buzz down, buzz down, wait up, 30 down, 50, 100. I'm down. I keep high up. Yeah, it's my decorator. What damn? Draw 6 like PlayStation. Like station. Can't keep my weight. My impatient. Whoa. Remix. In the base. In the den. In the kitchen. Post 3 times 10. Hurricane chopper, a baby. Got weed like Sinead. Throwing them like Luda. I'm older like a. I pass it like a biscuit. My feet down here. Cold with it like Martin. Break it down, pick it up, put it up, bring it back. Nana, this a buzz down. Got it in the old name, the buzz. We don't even here, we just buzz down. Got my on the roof, don't make them buzz down. It's a buzz down, run through the grass like a touchdown. Play with it, no buzz down. Try to take my chain, I'ma buzz down, seal up, buzz down, wait up, 30 down, 50, 100, seal down.
I beg man, shut up. Let me see.
La música de Harry Fraud.
I be ballin' right there where the Knicks play, get cake, gotta make sure mama rent paid. I was dead broke, got my straight, switch lanes, now they switching up, made. I been finessing since the 6th grade, I might cut fifth fade, blue face, money stacking tall, it's like 6'8", blue rave, stars shining all in your baby. It took me a minute, now I'm in the game. Wait a minute, I've been like it's minute paid, hate. I begin to it, getting paid. Get away, gotta meditate. Get the guap, I'm praying and never stop. Wrists on froze, diamonds on me, do the milli rock. This yo, me when I hit the spot. Big bank rolls, used to post about a chicken spot. Had a chance, but you missed it. I could never fold, say you real, but you really not. Moving like a bending. Post like O'Neal, you ain't sending. I be ballin' right there where the Knicks play, get cake, gotta make sure mama rent paid. I was dead broke, got my straight, switch lanes, now they switching up, made. I been finessing since the 6th grade, I might cut her off if it fade. Wait, she get straight. Hey, got 1,000 ways just to get paid. I'm in BK10 up the freeway. I just made a I like, need a replay. I begin to it every night. What's the delay? Remember I was down, tables turn like a DJ. Shorty, you should leave your man, he a cheapskate. I can make a lot of bands on a weekday. She know that I'm the man, ain't no debate. I used to like it's eBay. I'ma do the dash like a relay. Money, I just put the cash on the 3-way. Yeah. Going past through the speed race. Hey, I'ma cut her off. I need space. I don't want your heart. I just need I've been on my grind, boy, you need skates. I got in the game like it's EA. I be ballin' right there where the Knicks play, get cake. Gotta make sure mama rent paid. I was dead broke, got my straight. Switch lanes, now they switching up, made. I've been finessing since the 6th grade. I might cut her off if it fade. Wait, I just chicken straight. Hey, got 1,000 ways just to get paid.
What you want, what you need, you know I'm on my way. Baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill, I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. I live a wild life, don't judge me. In the lobby, walk in the room, then leave with the that hit my fault, they want me. I ain't the same guy when I was 14. I was trying out for the ball team. High school crush was ignoring me. Oh yeah, now me. Now I'm on the road. Shorties on my shores. Saying I'm about to. I'ma talk cause I ain't finished yet. True be told, yeah, I been a man. Still gon' love me when the fan. Are you? Oh really now? Aight man, let's get it done. I got what you want, what you need, you know I'm on my way. Baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill, I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. You know I gotta give them what they ask for. Like Tupac spitting at the tabloids. I'm Will Smith hanging with the bad boys. Get it done with up. Where I'm from, they never had much. Waters and crackers when they had lunch. Everyone quick to do it. No living like 5. Still got a heart of gold. So don't let me go, cause I'm here for you. Akon flow like it's 06. To my whole fam, please don't trip. Dub modes at it again. I'm a dog, but I'm no. I got what you want, what you need, you know I'm on my way. Baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill, I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. I got what you want, what you need, you know I'm on my way. Baby, come ride with me. This is not a drill, I gotta keep it real. You could get what you want, long as you ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Come ride with me, baby, come ride with me. Ride with me, baby, come ride with me.
I've been going and going like the Energizer. Yeah, I'm supplying no like Elijah. In the cut, no, might run a compartmentalizer. They say life is a and if that is the case, then I'm finna surprise. And no, I am not.
And welcome to Oracle Arena. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, final year for the oldest building in the... New Orleans begins.
From the start, let's do it.
Substitutions.
Drew Holiday against the former Cougar. Warriors have the basketball. Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Here comes the screen. To Holiday. 5 to shoot for the Pelicans. To Holiday. Going to launch beyond the arc. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
Holiday in possession. Margins 8. Turned away by Cousins.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Shaun Livingston. And the rebound taken in by Johnson. To Holiday. Oh, he missed a short one there. Livingston across the timeline. His team on top by 8. Down low to Okafor. Easy pad to the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Golden State at the controls. From the outside, no good.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
To Holiday. Down low to Mirotic. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He was all over him. To Holiday. It goes down.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Holiday controls the basketball. They trail by 2. No good. Defense catching a break there. Livingston to bring it up. He'll run the offense. The shot denied by Okafor.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Holiday from long range. Can't get the bounce. To Shaun Livingston. And scores. Strong take.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Beyond the arc for 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Green. 4-3. Message received. Well defended. New Orleans going to take it up. Deep right corner. Holiday. Here comes the screen. To Holiday. Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Cousins. To Holiday. Down low to Okafor. Turns and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
And the basket good at the rim.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Tough-looking shot there. still gets it to go down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And count the basket inside.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Possession lies with Golden State. To Green. Knocked loose. Taken by the Pelicans. And the slam.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Deep two there. Won't go. To Holiday. Here comes the screen.
Just a tad bit off.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions, New Orleans. Substitutions, Golden State.
Elfrid Payton matched up with the two-time MVP. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Warriors with the lead. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
New Orleans will take it up. To Julius Randle. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
The assist from number 35, Kevin Durant.
Out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
That's going to be out of bounds. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
State Warriors, number 30, Stephen Curry. Into the game for New Orleans, number 4, Elfrid Payton.
And the rebound taken by Golden State. Durant across the timeline. Leads 3. Kevin Durant. The defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
It's Pelicans ball. Payton. To Julius Randle. Rejected by Durant.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Deep left corner. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And like we've seen so many times, this is what you have to worry about with the Warriors. When they get on a run like this, they can put the game to bed in a hurry.
Looks like some substitutions are coming up.
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Substitutions, Golden State. Into the game for the New Orleans.
Elfrid Payton takes aim at Steph Curry.
Anthony Davis.
For 3. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Warriors foul to number 4.
Anthony Davis at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throws good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Curry has it. Goes to the right side. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. They go down to Davis. And it's Curry who grabs the board. Fires the three. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble, off a quick pass, or off an ISO. When the ball's in this young player's hands, something just feels right.
To Payton. Short jumper won't go down. The shot almost. Payton to Davis. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Kevin Durant with the rock.
Watch him, I got you here, right here.
Got toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Payton with the basketball. Down a bundle. Count it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Here's Curry with it up top. Looking to make something happen. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Payton. New Orleans down to 4 in the shot clock. Elfrid Payton has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Warriors basketball. Out of bounds.
Hey, this is our game. Let's take it home, man. Let's go.
Entering the game for Golden State, number 30, Stephen Curry.
Drew Holiday against Klay Thompson. To Davis, down low. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Randall. From the painted area, won't go down. Oh, blocked by Green. Love the hustle. Sprawl down on the deck. Another follows. Still no good. To Curry. Fires the three. And the rebound taken in by Davis. Pelicans have the basketball. Payton on a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Yes, Klay Thompson. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
And the finish at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Now pass stolen by the Pelicans.
You go back to the principles. Things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Randall. Rejected by Green.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Julius Randle, defended by Draymond Green. Knocked loose. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Anthony Davis, defended by Cousins. Has a chance. The shot no good for Davis. To Thompson. Trying to cash in. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. New Orleans has it. Holiday to Davis. Sizing up the defense. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
And the rebound taken down by Randall. Hayden into the front court. His guys down big. Gets it in the left corner. Davis to Holiday. Curry. He gets it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Hayden to Julius Randle. To Holiday. Oh, bad pass there. Warriors have it. Curry. Lets it fly from long range. Textbook defense. Short jumper off the mark. And the rebound taken by the Pelicans. Hayden with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Shot from the lane won't go. Steph Curry. He's now 4 for 6.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Holiday. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Missed it at the line. Curry into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Has a look. Second effort. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Green doesn't need to score to be effective. He's a more skilled Dennis Rodman of this generation. He's an undersized student of the game who can guard positions 1 through 5, a rarity even in today's style. And let me tell you what he's going to do. He's going to disrupt your game plan and probably try to get under your skin. So stay composed and don't go for the bait.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
From the outside, no good. On the follow, way to stay with it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives,
and he can't keep it in off the block. Man, that was impressive. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes. And that...
Substitutions, New Orleans.
Durant. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Hayden, knocked loose. Warriors come away with it. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Iguodala to bring it up. His guys hold a commanding lead. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Down low for Davis. Not that time. Pelicans basketball to Davis. Count the bucket for 2.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Durant has a chance. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Davis. That's blocked by Durant.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball. Size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Layup goes down. Well done.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Cashes in for 2.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Here comes the screen. Hayden. To Davis. Almost. And he's not getting the call. Going to launch beyond the arc. Smothering D. Elfrid Payton, tough matchup against Durant. No good and no foul.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Hayden to Davis. The jumper's off the mark. Down to Looney. Off the assist.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Hayden to Davis. Screen coming. Anthony Davis here against Kevon Looney. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Anthony Davis, couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down. 2 for 2 on that trip. Off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
E'Twaun Moore, defended by Steph Curry. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Cheick Diallo trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat them by 50, beat them by 50. If you want to beat them by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Anthony Davis at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play, but it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. And he finishes at the rim.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Knocked loose. That's going to be out of bounds. Elfrid Payton takes aim at Steph Curry. To Davis. From long range. Trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Durant with the basketball up top. Looking to make something happen. Beyond the arc for three. Can't connect.
Teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Davis. Rejected by Looney.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Hayden. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
To Curry. 4-3. Tough shot. He hits.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
A lot of contact. No whistle. Oh, he got a piece of it. Deep three at the buzzer. It's the Warriors who get the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all.
The Warriors won this matchup with a significant margin. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. The Warriors can point to these guys for their scoring output. The Pelicans really lost big in this matchup, and you can tell it was tough on them. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight. because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. The Pelicans got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen.
Game track. Defense.
The Golden State Warriors showed us how important defense can be in this league, especially when it leads to plenty of opportunities on the other end of the court.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. I know that it's difficult. I'm stacking this paper, it's sort of habitual. I put a residual and in your like it's part of my ritual, part of the visual. But money you give me a it's typical. I wanted it physical. $1 million I count up in intervals. Without it I'm miserable. Don't wanna fall off, so I'm all in my bag. Thinking God like it's biblical. I know it's gonna solve every problem I have. I ball on the principle. Remember the teachers was all on my. Now look all of them pitiful. And all of a sudden I'm so good at math. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up. Count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die. Uno, dos, tres. Big bills, big bills. I fell in love with big wheels and quick thrills. My running tip drills, can't sit still. Don't give a if it kills. It mixed well. I'm only counting big bills, big bills. I fell in love with big wheels and quick thrills. My running tip drills, can't sit still. Don't give a if it kills. It mixed well. I'm only counting. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Proceed with caution. I heard if you taste it, it only results in a hole in your heart. I take the whole cake and I won't leave a portion. It's only an organ. Thank God mama couldn't afford it. The loneliest orphan. I flip my misfortune and grow me a fortune. My rollie is scorching. The that hated is slowly endorsing. Not coldly important. My beside me like Tommy and Martin. We ballin' your court and the with your like we turning your heart in. She don't need a she from all of the money we countin'. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it. Count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die.
I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. Then give back yours again. Back to back in them Ferraris, we stay horse playing. Run up on us and I'm gon' heck. Harvard student doing my taxes, I got friends. I put rings on them hundreds, I married. You see my money and ice everywhere on them. And we each other cause we don't cherish them. But we don't leak out that info, we can't embarrass them. Can't leave the country, but I got my beef from London. These talk but see me out and ain't on nothing. I'm in the stew, I need to go get the. You got 20s, I got hundreds. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. 200 to Izzy, get my ice here. Classic, y'all as real as Buzz Lightyear. Say, got that done with the prices. I don't with this for this. We got. Down to them. They don't check none of the artists, so I'm. Problem is you see me get it. 8212 was bracket. I might be in that Escalade, but I ain't lacking. Put that on you, act like I don't know what happened. I hear the story, be like, that was trash. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new hook. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk.
I'm still under 21, so I can't. But them my name and they can't wait. Crib came with a court and some legal officials. Cake around my neck, VS1 the crystals. Extended magazines, shuffle limousines. Before I got $65,000 on jeans. Ball like stuff for lotion. Skirt the Testarossa. All about the guap like a stockbroker. Brother with me. Was mad older. Had to keep it like the OG Yoda.
Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pocket.
Somebody pop on day, hold up. Somebody on their way, hold up. I with a crown all day, hold up. Somebody can't relate.
Black Panther.
Stay down with no faking. Go up, top down, I've been racing. Go up, while I'm in dangerous. Go up, my crowd in rotation, yeah. Are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? I live on 10. Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Hold up, the place up. The place up, the place up, the place up, the place up, the place up.
Down, go to the down. I see cuz jogging down. Got Benjamin Franklin on my T-Bano. So drop from the jungle. I keep the on me, I leave you puzzle. Bang, I'm la play card on my knee, longer than hair on her. That cavity, and I'm her that salary. Saudi, are you on 10 yet?
Are you on 10 yet? Hold up. Do you have yet? Jury on Windex. Woo, 80 my Rolex. Might make back the Benz, pseudo coming out, black on black again. I might go to trim, I been built to win. I don't exit here, too much flexing here. Too much bread to get, I've been stretching up, ain't no catching up. I don't rest enough, I don't plan for luck, I keep working hard, keep blessing us, I'm on the 10 and I need a 10. The made of my M a week. December been good to me. Not even Kendrick can humble me. Too rich to go do the least. Tryna become a weapon. My teeth is like 10 apiece. TDE family to the A+. I got my grades up. I had no backup. Now run the check up. And the place up.
Somebody pop all day. Hold up. Somebody on their way. Hold up. I would've grown all day. Hold up. Somebody can't relate. Hold up. Stay down with no faking. Go up. Top down. I've been racing. Go up. While I'm in danger. Go up. My crowd in rotation. Yeah. Are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10?
Right now, Sam. 24 hours, cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips, bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector, don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips, bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector, don't lie, lie, lie. No, 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 no. I ain't got no tickets to the show. You should call the fire marshal, cause I want all the. Hello? Dial 911. No time for the fakers. Courtside at the Lakers. She said 20 this a hit. Girl, you know that's every time I link with him. Make up. Ice on my arm. Feel like a storm. We make 30,000 in these sweats. 20 up next, that's a bet. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie.
Chill. Told her bye, bye, bye. Chill. Don't make I. Got a lot of racks on me. Chill. Got a lot of chill on me. Yeah. Couple M's in jewelry. Chill. I'm a wrist like jet ski. Chill. And I can't buy no flight. No. Let my bust down shine. Chill. Small. Just name my flight. Pick 100 bands up for the next show. I don't want to. Just want to. I don't want to tell you that I'm almost. $1 cash just laying on the floor. All this I saw me dripping. Kicking. She tripping. I'm too rich to listen. Ooh. I'm picking rain still glisten. Chill. So don't lie. Ooh. No, you can't stand it. I ask you why. Cut the check or buy.
Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie. Cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG. Lie detector. Don't lie, lie, lie. No. No, no, no. I ain't getting caught up with you. You should probably call your jeweler, cause none of your diamonds cold. And they supposed to be.
Good evening from Oakland, California. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, you think of this building, Oracle Arena. Vince Carter won the dunk contest here. The Warriors have won championships in this building. You love this. It brings out the best.
It's called the Oracle Experience. In 2016, the Golden State Warriors broke the single-season game record for victories with 73, beating the Nuggets.
Minnesota begins the game with the basketball.
Go time.
Entering the game for Warriors, number 34, Sean Livingston.
Livingston to bring it up. They're down 3. Goes to the right side. Fires the 3. Oh, that's how it's done.
They got him in the first round to do exactly that. Make tough shots and help them win games.
Minnesota at the controls. Knocked loose. Warriors have it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Yes, Klay Thompson. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one, counted. And he makes them both.
Good shot.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. He'll run the offense. Gets a look. Can't hit. Gibson knocked loose. Warriors come away with it. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Teague with it up top. Down just a couple to Wiggins. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
To Thompson. It goes down.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. It's Minnesota basketball. Wiggins against the former Cougar. Probing the defense. Rebound Cousins. Livingston across the timeline. Lead is 2. The jumper's off the mark.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Knocked loose. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Wiggins. Teague matched up. Up with Livingston. To Towns. And finishes strong.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Knocked loose. Wolves have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Gibson. Green always looking for the steal. To Shaun Livingston. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Teague. To Wiggins. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. This guy's a handful. Andrew Wiggins, well defended, still able to score.
And every time I think about Andrew Wiggins, I wonder, can that beast mentality be taught? Or is that something that's innately in you? That's always going to be the question looming around Wiggins.
Timberwolves have the basketball. T sets him up. Cleans it up. Another chance to Wiggins. Shot from in close, no good. Livingston to bring it up. 14-13 our score. It's a one-point game. Count the bucket for 2.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Thompson. Curling inside. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
T. To Wiggins. Good look that time, but off the mark. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Up by 3. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
To Teague. To Taj Gibson. Short jumper misses.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To T. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. From long range. And Livingston able to secure the rebound. Nice pass to set things up.
And like we've seen so many times, this is what you have to worry about with the Warriors. When they get on a run like this, they can put the game to bed in a hurry.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Substitutions, Minnesota.
Here's Curry with it up top. The lead is 11. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Shot from the lane won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Jones with it. His guys trail by 13. Here comes the screen. Tyus Jones in a matchup with Boogie. Short jumper off the mark.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Jones with it. His guys currently down by 13. Lets it fly from long range. Second and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Jones with it. Down by 15. Add 2 points to the board.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
And count the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Oh, had him going there for a second. And the rebound taken down by Durant. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Derrick Rose, guarded by Klay Thompson. Going to launch beyond the arc. Cousins has the rebound. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Wide open shot. Nice to see him expand his arsenal.
Finally. I mean, finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
The assist from number 0.
Jones with it. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Rose. Slam dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Layup goes down. Well done.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Rose. Rebound hauled in by Cousins. Count the basket at the rim.
The assist from number 11, Klay Thompson.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Warriors enjoying some breathing room right now. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Kevin Durant with the rock. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Rose into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Count the basket inside.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Driving right to the basket. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Dario Saric. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 82%. Can't connect on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Knocks it down from mid-range.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
The Timberwolves have the basketball. Rose to Covington. Fires the 3. And the rebound grabbed by the Warriors. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, That's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Rose. Curry with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Rose matched up with the two-time MVP.
Number 34, Sean Livingston.
Gets it in the right corner. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Curry. To Sean Livingston. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Rose into the front court. Down a bundle. Covington to Rose. Here comes the screen. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot to Rose. For 3. Not that time. He missed it.
I got ball. I got some phone. I'm here.
To Curry. Beyond the arc for 3. And Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the 3. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit it.
Curry to bring it up. His guys holding the big lead. Passed it off. It's a big finish. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Down low for Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. To Covington. Fires the 3. And the rebound taken by Golden State. Cruises inside for 2.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
Towns, guarded by Klay Thompson. Warriors come up with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. From the painted area, won't go down. And the basket good at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
That's blocked by Durant.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. He'll run the offense. And that's rebounded by the Timberwolves. To Rose. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Short jumper won't fall. To Covington. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Blocked by Covington.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
T-Wolves with the basketball. Towns. Turned away by Cousins.
This game is all...
Stuffs it down with authority.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
To Durant. Curry. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Karl Anthony Towns. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Old school equals high percentage.
Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Rose to Covington. Lays it up and in.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
It's Curry controlling the offense. Oh, he had it. Take stock of the floor. To Rose. Short jumper won't go down. To Durant.
Going up.
Rebound Covington. Rose. Cousins up to block the shot.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Cousins. Durant. Kevin Durant. The defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
Flat out, KD is unguardable. He's the most gifted scorer in the league, period. We saw that during the NBA Finals last year. He has that size and that length. He can take advantage of anybody and elevate it around the rim.
Rejected by Green.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. T to Towns. Can't connect from in close.
Double team. Here we go.
Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
From long range. Can't get the bounce. Curry. To Durant. Cleans it up. Tough make through traffic.
Usually rookies allow themselves to get sped up because they're so hyped to play against the greats. But you got a different speed to your game. It's called poise.
T. Knocked loose. Tolliver, tough matchup against Durant. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. It'll stay with the T-Wolves.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Teague takes aim at Steph Curry.
Watch that cutter.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Durant with the basketball up top. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Steph Curry, 3 for 3 in this first half.
And like we've seen so many times, this is what you have to worry about with the Warriors. When they get on a run like this, they can put the game to bed in a hurry.
To Towns. Oh, blocked by Green.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Lets it fly from long range. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Durant matched up with Chang.
We got him. Here we go.
You've got to get that one to go. And he's going to the free throw line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Jeff Teague at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. Two for 2 on that trip. Curry with the ball. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves. Towns. Won't go. Deep 3 at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando.
The Warriors entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't have. And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
That's good.
You know what's coming. Go get it. Substitutions, Minnesota. Stepping in for the Warriors, number 34,
Thompson.
Sean Livingston.
Off the assist.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You're always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Rose to Covington. Down low for Jang. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Thompson. Easy path to the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Rose into the front court. His guys down big. Able to convert inside.
No fading on that shot. Strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Minnesota with the basketball. Rose. Down low for Jang. Flushes it home. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Cousins. Short jumper off the mark. Rose. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck.
Here we go. Here we go.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Knock loose. Rose, defended by Cousins. Has a look. Not
automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Over to the right side. Second effort. And a putback slam.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Rose. Has a chance. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To Shaun Livingston. And it's rejected by Jang. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Thompson. And scores. Strong take.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Minnesota at the controls. Rose. To Covington. Oh, whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
Covington. Down low for Jang. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. And counted at the rim.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
To Rose. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Cashes in for 2.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Derrick Rose sizing up Cousins. Deep right corner. To Rose. To Covington. The Wolves down to 4 in the shot clock. Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Forget it. Double. Rotate.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Whoops, that won't go. Rose into the front court. Down a bundle. It's blocked by Boogie. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. tough, and a lot of traffic on the way to the rim.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
To Thompson. The pass set it all up.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
It's Golden State basketball. To Green. Cousins. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Got it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Rose into the front court. They'll run the offense. Going to launch beyond the arc. And he still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Shot from the lane won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Get over, get over.
To Covington. Gorgie Jang, defended by Cousins. From the painted area, won't go down. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Knocks down the first.
Substitutions, Minnesota.
Able to convert on both free throws.
For Golden State, number 35, Kevin Durant.
It's Minnesota basketball. Teague to Gibson. Probing the defense. To Teague. Wiggins. Not getting the bounce. Durant across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Runners good there. Now whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Teague, defended by Steph Curry. Cousins up to block the shot.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Trying to cash in. Shot by Teague. Won't go down. To Curry. Has a look. Not that time.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
KD follows up with the putback slam.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
To Taj Gibson. Warriors have it. And count the basket inside.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
To Wiggins. To Gibson. Goes to the left side. Baseline drive. Add 2 points to the board.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's so hard to guard a bad shooter. Their form throws your pace off on how you defend it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
To Teague. Taj Gibson. Teague to Wiggins. Down low for Jang. Got a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Rejected by Durant. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Rose to Teague.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
4-3. Well defended, but Jeff Teague knocks it down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
Timberwolves have the basketball to Rose. Second effort. And Green able to pull down the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
To Covington. To Rose. To Covington. Fires the three. Well defended. Covington's a tough matchup.
I got you.
Can't connect from in close. Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Covington. Here's a chance from long range. Working hard on the glass. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Curry into the front court. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. Durant buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
T. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Curry, too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
And scores. Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Warriors with a commanding lead. The Wolves with the basketballs. We start the 4th quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A-plus game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Wiggins creates the space to bury the 3 on the step back.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Going the other way. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
For 3, Jay, you had to figure sooner or later one of those threes was going to go down.
I don't know. I'm a little bit beside myself that he kept shooting the ball at that clip. I mean, when you miss that many shots in a row, you usually try to get to the rim, see the ball go in, then go inside out. But obviously, that's not the case.
The Timberwolves have the basketball. Teague sizing up Cousins to Wiggins. Sizing up the defense. Wiggins to Teague. Here comes the screen. Teague to Covington. Trying to cash in. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Golden State, number 11, Klay Thompson.
Gets it in the left corner. Durant.
D up, baby. D up.
And the finish at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Warriors have the basketball to Durant. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Jeff T. 3 for 6 now.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Beyond the arc for 3. They have to keep him in their grasp.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Durant. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Has a look. Taj Gibson. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Livingston to Durant. Fires the 3. And made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To T. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
And Cousins throwing it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
T-Wolves with the basketball. T. To Wiggins. Oh, they called the foul.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Stepping in into the game for the Warriors, number 34, Sean Livingston.
Livingston. To Thompson. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. Wiggins. To Teague. Wiggins. And it's rebounded by Green. Cleans it up. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
To Wiggins. T to Wiggins. 5 to shoot for Minnesota. Rose. That won't go. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Jeff T. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Missed a wide open look.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
To Thompson. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Teague with the basketball. His guys down big. Won't go. Cousins. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Ed, did you see that in transition? Don't 1-2 ooh-wee on him.
Ooh-wee. Oh, it's good. T. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
T to Wiggins. And the nice finish at the rim.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. He gets it. Teague with it up top. Down a bundle. To Wiggins. Turned away by Cousins.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Has a chance. No good. Rose against the former Cougar. Shot from in close, no good. To the rim, lays it up and in.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Rose to Towns. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Nice pass to get things going. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. T to Wiggins. Surveys the floor. Wiggins to T. It's good.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Had a chance, but it's no good. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Derrick Rose, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 82%. Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Good. Off a spin. It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Warriors won this matchup with a significant margin. What really stood out for me is how many times they scored on second effort plays. It takes heart to keep up that kind of execution, and these guys were relentless. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Golden State Warriors. The Timberwolves seemed to lose their edge as the game got out of hand. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. The Timberwolves got their point scoring from these guys on screen.
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors dominated this game from beginning to end. What really stood out for me is how many times they scored on second effort plays. It takes heart to keep up that kind of execution, and these guys were relentless. The Warriors relied on these guys for their scoring here today. The Timberwolves did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united. Check out the leading scores for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. Defense.
The Minnesota Timberwolves were giving up steals when they weren't giving up some blocked shots. Their performance today definitely wasn't great.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just on behalf of ESPN on EA Sports. I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
I rob him on, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it warm, just keep it warm. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob him on, cause I know they're robbing me. I rob him on, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it warm, just keep it warm. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob him on, cause I know they're robbing me. See word, made the dream work. 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 You wasn't a roll, down on my wall. Now every day I'll be counting it out. Screaming your name and they proud of you up. This only be down when you walk. They say I don't count it, but we be the best. Keep it up, but you keep it in less. On my chest, so I'll keep me a bliss. I hope you burn, sleep in the nest. So that my chain, I feel like the Wallace. My whole family life a record. The way that I ball, my name should be spotted. I gotta make sure the money keep calling. I said it, boy, y'all ballin'. Couple of things that I didn't talk. So that, with my stall. I sick of they body, no time for no ballin'. Gotta feel my only son. Gotta feel my little daughter. She cherish everything that I taught her. Worth more than anything I ever bought her. Hitting in every track, I'm a slaughter. If I come up short, then they come up shorter. No time to bother, don't even bother. Oh, what your and my kids ever bother, yeah. I shed some tears when I rush. Be hurting inside, no one notices. Can't let them give me no notices. Just get off the ladder, no blowing that money ain't talking no win. My piece is hitting like I got a pin. I know these don't want me to win. When it is hate, become a trend, yeah. I rob them on, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it warm, just keep it warm. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob them on, cause I know they're robbing me. I rob them on, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it warm, just keep it warm. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob them on, cause I know they're robbing me. See word, made the dream work. 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 Lady sister, baby couple, but it's all good with me. They say that I've been in my A in and out of the state, but I bring the whole world with me. All of my spinners be loaded, all of my be loaded. Woo! All of my be going at me, the whole crew and they know it. I start taking and start seeing differently, but just like I know this. They smile in my face, but top behind my back, I be cool and act like I don't know. Act like it don't bother me, but it be bothering me. Honestly, I wanna know why. You act like you with me, act like it's love for me. Sit right up me outside. That's a flag on the play. You out of bounds, out of place. I can tell you mad by your face. Supposed to be my man, why you hate? Seem like same by the day. So I do my thing, I do it. It's only a few room left, I don't treat them different, love them all the same. Teamwork made the dream work, but you gotta be a team first. You ain't seen hurt, you ain't put in work, you just wanna rock the team jersey. Wanna be first, you ain't verse, you just quit on me like you was worth it. I can't even lie, yeah, they hurt me, the red is short. I rob them on, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it warm, just keep it warm. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob them on, cause I know they're robbing me. I rob them on, cause I know they're robbing me. Just keep it warm, just keep it warm. You ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob them on, cause I know they're robbing me. See word, made the dream work. See word, made the dream work. See word, made the dream work. See word,
it's filthy. Nah, teamwork make the dream work. Half these rappers never seen work. Bad use a lean purse. She gon' to a dirt. They don't want pressure. Name it on the West Fresher. BK with my fresher. See the texture. Money on your head, bitch. Time worth some. Seminary gon' some. And your baby mama gon' some. 26 on a bench truck with a bad from Dykeman. She Dominican, but she light skinned. Might beat that indictment. This is celebrate. Got 1,000 ones and 1,000. Them seminary boys get money. Where you from? Just 1,000 buns. My Philly got a. She only on the weekend. She mad as at me right now because I was her best friend DM, Miss Field.
Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. How could you wish you never play me? Had no time for that. Play me, you got no time for that. How could you move it like you call you back? Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Leave me alone. You gonna what? Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Leave me alone. Hey, yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. You was my little, I was fine with that. How you just gon' play me? I ain't fine with that. Thinking about you daily, crazy while I'm flexing. Oh, we was flexing. Always I told you that you be a star. Goals in our checklist. Question or check your message. Knew that I could from the start. Or she was texting. She called, yeah. Leaving them gone, yeah. She on, yeah. Dreaming we on, yeah. Ay, drop is a cool, dropping the top of my car. Ay, I cannot click, man, she playing her part, yeah. Ay, life is new, I like dark. Ay, asking myself, how she leave her like in the dark, like leave me alone. Run it out the box. Ay, leave me alone. You gonna what? Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Ay, leave me alone. Yeah. You can't play me, I'm just till I'm lazy like a throwback. You ain't know that. My like I'm Lil Kodak. No, it ain't good at. I can't sweat you. I'm like who that? I can't sweat you. I don't do that. No. Hey, tell you the truth. I ain't want you to depart. Hey, I'm with you, but I kept with you cause you different. You can't play your part. No. Hey, tell you the truth. I'm with you from the start. Hey, I can't not playing her part. Like, leave me alone. Run it out the box. Leave me alone. You gonna what? Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Leave me alone. Yeah.
Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna, I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Yeah, hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight son. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna, I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight son. First off, bow down, cause this feel like Midnight Club at D-Town. What's up? Double edition, new keys in the ignition. My hat tipping, Dontrell Willis with the feet kicking. Knees cranking, you see what Pete cranking. I mean, listen, y'all be tripping. See, we lately been seeing y'all be grating. I mean, face it, y'all the cheap fragrance. They know me, the phonies. They copy, they jogging. But Groxy, he just and the pretty boy finna end your title reign. Arturo Gotti, we in this thing with the whole to just rob me. And these kicks just asking to start rocking. But you ain't gotta ask, just watch me. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna, I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Yeah, hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight son. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna, I see you sweat, just keep the lights on. Hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight son.
Out the I don't need no glass. This is all me, so please don't ask. Ballin' on a budget, gotta make this last. Nick driving reckless, hoping we don't crash. Pull up mad deep with all my My little bro just dropped your rent on denim. In the back with my feet up kicking. Belly out with my shirt that's linen. I'm just trying to vibe. Yeah, we out here gigging. Two-stepping, just out here killing. Getting hot in here. Plus, done kicked in. I need to slow down for your boy gets kicked out. Still feeling myself, just socializing. But you better not ask me to start freestyling. Honestly, I don't like the nightlife, fool. Since I'm here, I guess I'll enjoy the lights like you.
Keep the lights on. I just wanna see you sweat. Just keep the lights on. Yeah, hands up like black and white's con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you're trying to fight song. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna see you sweat. Just keep the lights on. Hands up like black and white's con. I just wanna see you sweat. See you sweat.
Young Metro don't trust you, homie.
Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Straight. Do you know?
Me and my best friend, 7-Eleven. We can go legend. 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 Yeah, me and my best friend. 7-Eleven, yeah, we can go legend. We can go legend, yeah, we can go legend. We can go legend. We can go legend. We can go legend, yeah. With my best friend, 7-Eleven, we can go legend. We can go legend. Legend, like a phone legend. We can go legend, yeah. In my house, yeah. Hear alarms ringing through my house. Got them going, coming in and out. What you knowin', never run your mouth.
Look, this not a drill, this the real thing. I do what the feelings. Made my blueprint, so my life got no ceilings. I create the energy that they keep stealing. Yeah, Detroit legend, microphone legend. Yeah, Shine a legend. My bro is John Legend. Out the Maybach, I'm just fresher than my reverend. Yeah. Oh my God, you watch your socks. Me and all my inner circle, we keep thinking out the box. Dog, when life go too hard on you, you gon' go legend and not me. I got no other option. I go so hard, I might wake up with a concussion. The way I piece this together, man, it's puzzling. I do this for the dogs, and nowadays we husky. God is my witness, you look, can't judge me.
My best friend,
oh God,
7-Eleven,
no.
We can go legend. 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 Yeah, with my best friend, 7-Eleven. Yeah, we can go legend. We can go legend. Yeah, we can go legend. We can go legend. We can go legend. We can go legend. Yeah, with my best friend, 7-Eleven. We can go legend. We can go legend. Legend, like a phone legend. We can go legend, yeah.
I go legend, I mean Michael Jackson. Hold up, Prince in action. Okay, I'm an original, you just a reenactment. Okay, peace sign the flashes. I live that picture perfect life, you lie about in your captions. When I was down, I swear they made me feel inferior. Judging me by my outside, that's just my exterior. Not seeing what I was made of, that's my interior. Didn't let that break me, instead I broke the barriers. Oh y'all, praise Allah, that's my parag like Bobby Bro. By Nadia, in my castle like Mario. I get it in my heart and soul. You boys got no cardio. All of my soldiers rock army clothes. Head of my time like Marty though. Watching the Rick and Morty show. While all these bands still on the floor. Came from the dirt, all I had to do was grow. Remember possess.
Be my best friend,
Boy,
7-Eleven,
boy,
we can go legend, 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 yeah. Be my best friend, 7-Eleven, yeah. We can go legend, we can go legend, yeah. We can go legend, we can go legend, we can go legend, we can go legend, yeah. With my best friend, 7-Eleven.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rap. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make a $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked, I've been self-made from the dribble. I was been saying I'm a killer. Playing no games with you. Pop clutch, switch lanes on you. Look, I laid down the game for you. Taught you how to charge more than what they paid for you. On the whole thing for you. Reinvest, double up, then explain for you. Gotta be love. Run the city, it gotta be cuz. It's for the pieces I took off the Monopoly board. Yeah, y'all boss clans, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth and you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up, what? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give a nobody tripping, handle business, got my digits up. And when I drop, you know I'm about to last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rap. Last time that I checked, I was selling in the set. Make a $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west.